Hello and welcome. Today, we are going to tackle a really big question. How do you find a financial advisor you can actually trust with your future? Let's get right into it. I mean, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Literally, sometimes. Managing your money, it's complicated, and the stakes could not be higher. So where do you even begin to find the right person to guide you? All right, so before we jump into the how to find someone, let's just take a second to talk about the why. A really good advisor isn't just a number cruncher. They're supposed to be your strategic partner. And their job is, well, it's huge. They're not just there to help you pick a few stocks. We're talking about everything from creating a budget that actually works, to finding smart tax strategies, to managing your investments for the long haul. They're the ones who help you set those big life goals, and then, more importantly, help you stay on track to hit them. Okay, now you could spend weeks, maybe even months, researching different advisors, trying to compare all their fancy strategies and past performance. But honestly, it all boils down to one single crucial concept. There is one word that, once you get it, makes your entire search so much simpler. And that word is fiduciary. Now, I know it sounds like some boring industry jargon, but trust me, it's not. This is the absolute bedrock of a trustworthy financial relationship. Understanding what this means is your single most powerful tool. So what in the world does it mean? It's simple, really. A fiduciary has a legal and an ethical duty to put your interests first. Period. Always. No exceptions. Any advice they give you has to be based on what's best for you. And this slide really lays out the two different worlds of financial advice perfectly. On one side, you've got the fiduciary advisor. Think of them like your doctor. They've taken an oath, and their primary duty is to your well-being. On the other side, you have the commission-based advisor. They can be more like a salesperson because they might be pushed to recommend products that pay them a bigger commission, not necessarily the ones that are the best fit for you. The takeaway here is pretty clear. You want the doctor, not the salesperson. Okay, so you know the secret word now. Let's turn that knowledge into a concrete plan. Here is a super straightforward, step-by-step guide to finding an advisor who's the right fit for you. Let's just walk through this. It all starts with you, right? You got to define your goals first. Are you saving up for a house, planning for retirement, something else? Once you know that, you can start looking for candidates, checking out their qualifications, and then you've got to interview a few of them. Then comes a step that is absolutely critical. We'll talk more about it in a sec. Verifying their background. Only after all that do you make your choice. See? It's a clear process that keeps you in the driver's seat. All right, let's dive a little deeper into two of the most important parts of that plan. First, making sense of that alphabet soup of credentials you see after an advisor's name. And second, understanding exactly how they make their money. Now, you don't have to memorize a whole dictionary of these things, but these three right here are the big ones. A CFP, or Certified Financial Planner, is a fantastic all-around planner. A PFS is a CPA who also has extra training in financial planning. And a CFA, a Chartered Financial Analyst, is a deep, deep expert in investment management. When you see these letters, it means they've put in serious work and passed some really tough exams. And this table does a great job of breaking down the payment models. See, commission-based? That's that salesperson model we were just talking about. Fee-based is a kind of hybrid that can still have some of those conflicts. But look over at fee-only. This is where you pay the advisor directly for their advice, maybe an hourly rates, a flat fee, or a percentage of the money they're managing for you. This is by far the cleanest model because it means their success is tied directly to yours. So, you've done your homework. You've narrowed your list down to a few really good candidates. Now for the interview. This is where you confirm everything you think you know and make that final call. This should be the very first question out of your mouth. And what you're listening for is a simple, quick, confident yes. If they hesitate or say sometimes or it depends, that's a huge red flag. You need a fiduciary 100% of the time. No excuses. Next up, you're going to ask this directly, even if you already think you know the answer. This is how you confirm their payment model. You want to hear them say, "I'm fee only." If they start talking about commissions or other kinds of fees for selling products, you know right away there's a potential conflict of interest. Okay, this one might feel a little awkward to ask, I get it, but it is absolutely essential. Any trustworthy advisor will have zero problem answering it. You're just looking for a clean professional history, plain and simple. And right after you ask them that question, you're gonna go and check for yourself. This part is completely non-negotiable. You go to the FINRA Broker Check website. It's free, it's run by the official regulator, and it will show you everything. their work history, their licenses, and any complaints or disciplinary actions. If they aren't on there, you walk away. No exceptions. And hey, as you're going through all this, just keep your eyes peeled for these classic red flags. Things like promising guaranteed returns, which is impossible, or using high-pressure tactics like this is a limited time offer. Big warning signs. And if an advisor ever refuses to clearly explain an investment and its risks to you, that's your signal to head for the door. In the end, it all comes down to this. The credentials, the fee structure, the background checks, all of that stuff is just a tool to help you answer one really fundamental question. Do I actually trust this person with my future? So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. When you make it your mission to find a fee-only fiduciary, you can feel confident that the financial plan you're building is designed to work for one person, and one person only, you. And now you've got the tools to make sure of it.